What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you guys today. Today we're going to talk about change. This is going to be a difficult video to make, but it is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. Change. Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. And the crazy thing is, so many of us, we get so stuck. We get so fixated on what we think we know. We get so stuck in a trap, you know what I mean? So stuck in a box. We put ourselves in a box, whether it's religious beliefs, whatever it is. We get stuck on a certain belief system. We get stuck on a certain perspective of life. And we stay there for the great majority of us, you know what I mean? And it's like we never allow our minds the opportunity to evolve. We never allow our perspective to grow and to broaden. You know what I mean? We grow up, our families was Democrats, and we stayed Democrats, you know what I mean? For a whole fucking life. And we never understand, why the hell do I do what I do? We never question that. We just do it because this is what we were programmed to do. We do it because this is what we were programmed and brainwashed to believe. Oh, we're going there today. We're going there. And it happens in religion and politics and just so many certain things in life, areas of life. We have this perspective and we never grow the fuck up in that area. We never move beyond ABC. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about the politicians or the politics of America. I don't vote. I don't give a fuck what they do. And I know that's going to rub some people the wrong way. And again, you got to grow the fuck up. I don't vote because I don't give a fuck what they got going on. Because I understand the game. Our votes don't fucking matter. They're going to do what the fuck they want to do. And it don't matter what you think. But that's why you get so fucking frustrated and mad and angry when your group ain't in fucking power. Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, it don't fucking matter. They're gonna do what they fucking want to do. And it don't matter what you fucking think. It don't matter what you fucking believe. The left wing and the right wing belong to the same motherfucking bird. Get that. You gotta grow up. You gotta understand this shit. It's a fucking game. And we're so stuck in our ignorant thought process, we won't grow the fuck up emotionally and intellectually. We think, oh, it's our side versus their side, and their side don't like our side, and we'll do all this other stupid shit to keep you divided, to keep you fucking stuck on stupid. I have a left hand and I have a right hand. They both belong to me. I control both fucking hands. Left hand, Democratic Party. Right hand, Republican Party. I control both motherfucking hands. Man, we gotta grow up. We gotta grow up. We gotta grow up. I know some of you are like, what the hell has this got to do with change? You gotta change your fucking perspective of life. You gotta stop buying into the bullshit that they've been spewing to you since time began. You gotta evolve. And I know that terrifies a lot of you. They programmed y'all into thinking, oh, this is beauty. This is how you treat a man. This is how you treat a woman. This is what you're supposed to say. This is what you're not supposed to say. You've been spoon-fed some fucking bullshit and you believe that shit because they got fucking minions out there telling you that this is cool, this is acceptable. believe the bullshit because your preachers tell you it. You believe the bullshit because your politicians tell you this shit. Or because you got these ignorant ass rappers and entertainers telling you this shit. We gotta grow the fuck up. We gotta start questioning shit. Question all fucking authority. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Question authority. Question, why the fuck do you believe the shit you believe? And I know a whole lot of people, well, a lot of religious people, well, you shouldn't question God, Bullshit. That's not even biblical. But they tell you this shit. Oh, you supposed to just do what God tell you to do. I'm the pastor. I'm the district elder. I'm the mother of the church. And all these other fucking bullshit labels and titles they give each other. Fucking power to control the fucking people. We got to grow the fuck up. How can you tell me that questioning God is wrong and you're going to hell for questioning God and that shows you ain't got no fucking faith and what to do? The last thing Jesus Christ, Yahshua, the Messiah did was question God. And y'all say Jesus was perfect. So if Jesus was perfect, how the fuck is he hanging on the cross questioning God? Oh, we going there today. And some of you ain't gonna like it. And again, you already know. I gives two fucks about what you think about me or what I'm saying. The truth is the truth, whether you like it or not, whether you like the delivery or not. It don't change the fact that there's still the fucking truth. You got to grow up and elevate your fucking thought process and how you receive fucking information. I'm not going to sit here and spoon feed some shit to you. I'm not your fucking mammy. I'm not going to fucking breastfeed your fucking ass. Grow the fuck up. The last thing Yahshua did, Jesus, the Messiah, the anointed one, the chosen one, the last thing he did was hang on the fucking cross and cry out, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, which is interpreted, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? And then he gave up the ghosts. He died. He died questioning God. And he wasn't sinning when he questioned God because he rose, according to y'all, on the third day and came back. So if Jesus could question God, how come your ass can't question God? We got to grow up. We have to grow up. The problem with so many of us when it comes to change and why we won't change is because we're fucking control freaks. We're control freaks. We're fucking narcissistic. We say everybody else is narcissistic, but we're the ones that's fucking narcissistic. You motherfuckers that don't want to fucking evolve, that don't want to fucking change. You motherfuckers that want everybody else to change to accommodate your ass, but you don't want to change at all. Everybody else is wrong, but you're right. You know what I mean? Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. You ain't got to change. Everybody else has to change to accommodate and kiss your fucking ass. But you won't evolve. Your thought process won't evolve. You won't grow at all. Because you're fucking self-righteous. Because you're narcissistic. Because you're controlling. Because you're ignorant of the fact that you have a whole bunch of unresolved fucking issues that you won't let go of. We're going there today. We're going there. We got to grow the fuck up. Why is it you still believe the same stupid bullshit you've been believing for the last 30, 40, 50 fucking years? You ain't grown none in that motherfucking area. Your shit ain't elevated at all. And you proud of that shit? I know so many motherfuckers that they're proud of the fact that, man, they're the same as they were 15, 20 years ago. They're the same. They're doing the exact same fucking thing. Everything's the exact same fucking way it was 15, 20 years ago. Because they won't change at all. Nothing. We got to grow the fuck up. We have to grow up. And part of growing up is changing our fucking perspective, allowing our fucking perspective to grow beyond where we were at. And in order for it to grow, you gotta question some shit. First and foremost, how the fuck did I get here? Why do I believe the bullshit I believe? It don't matter what it is in regards to why do you believe the bullshit you believe? Who told you that shit? What was the fucking agenda of them telling you that shit? What was your state of mind when you first started believing the bullshit? Were you going through some shit? Were you vulnerable? And so they told you some shit and you bought into it because your vulnerabilities. And you've been stuck there. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to allow our mind to grow the fuck up. And when you hear me talking about growing up, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just turning another fucking age. You know what I mean? You turn 28 or you turn 26 and 53 and I'll be 54 in February. It's not about just becoming another fucking year older. Getting older don't mean shit if your fucking mind ain't growing the fuck up. We have to grow up. What is the shit that you hold on to? Why do you hold on to it? Why won't you let it go? It's talking about change. One of the things that I do a lot of things, but one of the things that I do is every once in a while, I'll just move the house around. All the decorations, everything, the great majority of the stuff, all of it's got to move. It's got to go. And what I mean it's got to go, I have to rearrange it. I have to rearrange it. That's what I'll be doing this weekend. Well, my days off, I'll be rearranging the house. Some more, I've already started doing it. But I'll be moving all the big stuff around. Why? Because I never want to get complacent. I never want to get stuck. It's just a reminder to me that, hey, you know what? You got real comfortable here. You've gotten real comfortable here. And there's nothing wrong with being comfortable. But don't become complacent. And that's what the great majority of us do. We get comfortable and then we get complacent. And then we get stuck and stop growing. We got to grow up. We have to grow up emotionally, intellectually. But so many of us refuse to. Because again, we're narcissistic, we're controlling, and we're trying to be controlling because we're scared of change. We're scared of the unknown. I remember as a kid, after I got molested, at the age of 6, I started wilding out. And nobody ever questioned that. My aunt, grandmother, none of them questioned, why did this kid go from being a good kid to just wilding out like this? And they just assumed, they're deeply religious, oh, it's just the devil. You know, he just got the devil. Look at what he went through with his daddy killing his mama. Now he's coming of age. He's just acting out because his daddy murdered his mama. He's just a bad. Look at his daddy. His daddy fucked up. So you got to expect him to be fucked up. You know what I mean? He's named after his daddy. He looked like his daddy. But they never questioned it. They never got to the root of why. They thought they knew. Just like so many of us, we think we know some shit. We think we got all the fucking answers. And so we don't ever really question shit. We never really dive deep to understand what the fucking root cause is, because we think we already fucking know. We got to change that in order to grow and become the best version of ourselves. We got to change that in order to be healed and be able to let that go. It requires change. Everything changes in nature. Nothing stays the same. Nature is always changing. And yet we're terrified of changing this. We'll change how we look. We'll change our wardrobe. We'll change our style. We'll change dances. We might even change some of the music we listen to. Might. We'll change up on the different types of food we eat. But we won't change this. We won't change what matters. Because we think we already have all the fucking answers. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Why are you afraid of change? What is it about change that terrifies you? When I'm talking about change, I'm talking about your mindset. What is it about that? So many of us were afraid to acknowledge the fact that, damn, I was wrong. I don't want to go against my family. My family's always been Democrats. My family's always been Protestants. My family's always been Methodist. My family's always been Episcopalian. My family's always been African Methodist, Episcopalian, AME, or whatever the shit is. My family's always been Baptist. My family's always been Lutheran. My family's always been Catholic. My family's always been Seventh-day Adventist. My family's always been Pentecostal. My family's always been apostolic. I don't give two fucks what your family's always been. The question is, what the fuck are you going to become? What are you going to become? It don't matter what they've done in the past. The question is, who are you going to be? What are you going to be? What are you going to allow yourself to become? Change. Change. It's the hardest thing to do. It's the cheapest thing to do financially, because it don't cost you shit to change emotionally, intellectually. It don't cost you shit financially to change this. It costs you everything emotionally, though. See, to change this, it's going to change. You have to change your behaviors. You got to change how you do things. You got to go into the dark and depths of your subconscious thoughts. To change this, man, you're going to go through some shit. And that's why the great majority of us won't change. The changes, man, you're going to have your tower moments where your world has been flipped the fuck upside down. The changes, you're going to go through your brokenness. You're going to go through your loneliness. The changes, you're going to go through those moments of, man, I'm losing my fucking mind. And I've said this in several videos in the past. That's a beautiful thing. To have that type of breakdown. See, we look at it as, man, I'm having a nervous breakdown and I can't handle it. Because your fucking thought process is fucked up. It's not a breakdown. It's a breakthrough. Say it again. See, you have that negative connotation added to it. I'm having a nervous breakdown. I'm losing my fucking mind. No, you're fucking not. You're having a breakthrough. You're letting go of all the fucking shackles. You're coming to a fucking understanding of some shit, some deep-rooted shit. And that scares us. That terrifies us. And so most of us will never get to that place. Most of us will never get to that moment of surrender. Of surrender. I'm not trying to change. I'm not trying to control shit. Man, I'm just letting it fucking go and flow. You know what I mean? Whatever comes through fucking comes through. Whatever fucking comes out, comes out. I'm surrendering to this change. You can never go from being a fucking caterpillar to a butterfly until you fucking surrender to the process. Until you surrender to the breakthrough. Until you surrender to the brokenness, the loneliness, the isolation, the abandonment, the rejection, the fear of the unknown. We gotta grow the fuck up. We have to grow the fuck up and understand that change is mandatory. Change is part of the process. It's needed. It's expected. You got to go through the metamorphosis. You got to go through that change. You'll never get your fucking wings and become a butterfly until you go through that change. And see, and when you go through that change, you got to understand that, man, everything changes. See, as a caterpillar is used to crawling around wherever it has to go. A caterpillar is used to seeing shit from a certain fucking perspective from the ground level. Caterpillar is used to having to climb up on shit and eat a certain type of way. A butterfly doesn't see the garden from the same perspective that a caterpillar does. A butterfly doesn't see life from the same perspective that a caterpillar does. See, a caterpillar, it'll take him his whole fucking life to go from this part to that part of the garden. It'll take his whole life just to get to the other side. A butterfly, in a matter of seconds, can fly gracefully from one side to the other side. What took the caterpillar its whole fucking life will take the butterfly seconds. Caterpillar stuck in that garden. A butterfly can leave the garden and be out of the garden in a matter of seconds. Change. You can't go from being broke to wealthy without changing how you view money, without changing a lot of things about life. You can't go from being a bum to a multi-billionaire with a mega corporation without growing the fuck up intellectually, without changing how you see things, how you do things. Everything requires change. If you want the best, you gotta change. You gotta put in the fucking work. Man, I don't know why we're so terrified of change. I don't know why you're so terrified of change. It could be a number of reasons. It could be the programming of, man, we got to fit in. We want to be accepted. Everybody thinks like this. Everybody does this. I'm tired of being an outcast. I want people to like me. I want people to accept me. And so I'm going to do what they do. Because I need to be embraced and accepted by others. I don't want to go against the grain. I don't want to think outside the box. And so we stay stuck. Man, I love you guys. Happy healing.